Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be reviewing the Natasha Denona Bronze Palette. There's a story. So, there I was, anxiously awaiting my Sephora package. Now this launched on, I don't even know, the 23rd. So I got it to my doorstep the 26th, which was Friday. And today, the day I'm filming this, is Saturday. When I opened it up, the palette was completely shattered. Not one shade, not two shades, 8 shades broken. I'm going to insert a clip here that I posted on Insta Stories. I just opened this, it just arrived, and half the palette is smashed into a million pieces. Like, I just opened this box. Sephora. WTF. So, that was devastating. And I was freaking out because I really wanted to get this video up for you guys, because if you're curious and you like to wait for reviews, like I wanted my review to get out there as soon as possible, I called Sephora and they are shipping me a new palette, thankfully. But in the meantime, I performed surgery on the palette, and I used rubbing alcohol and clear plastic wrap, and I poured rubbing alcohol all over the pans, and I pressed it down with the plastic wrap. I did this in a video like a long time ago. It is the best way if you smash an eyeshadow, a highlight, any powdered product, to heal the product. You mush it back together and you let it dry. So that's what I did, and this is what it looks like now that everything is pushed back in. I mean, you can see that it's kind of it's not looking as pristine as it should, considering I got it yesterday, but it's good enough that I felt like I could shoot this video. I was able to do the swatches and everything, and I was able to create a look, and there was a little bit of a mishap, but you know, we recovered, it's fine. So I hope that that's okay with you guys. I did just want to get the review up for you, and then if you want to see more from the palette, I should have the palette. They weren't going to send, I wasn't going to receive the new one until the 30th. That's why I didn't want to wait to film this. I wanted to be able to like edit it and get it up, because filming, it's a process, you know. So that is what we're doing today. That is the backstory. The show must go on. So if you guys would like to see me review this palette, create this look, see swatches, hear my thoughts, then keep on watching. Okay, so here we go. Let's do this. I'm actually really glad that I got this palette together so I can do this. I will say this is what it looks like. It's shiny and it's fingerprinty. It's got like a shiny cover, so like every little fingerprint shows up, which I don't love that. I love the look. No. Okay, so one of the shadows just fell out when I was holding it up, so that's cool. I guess I didn't press this one hard enough. I just got eyeshadow all over my blanket. Of course this couldn't go smoothly. Great. So here is what the palette looks like now after I've completed surgery on it. So there are 5 different formulas. I'm going to insert swatches. There are metallics, cream mattes, cream powder mattes, duochromes, and a crystal chrome. I don't know what the crystal chrome formula is supposed to do. I think it's supposed to be more of like a wash of color. On her Insta story, I went to Natasha Denona's Insta story, and she swatched every shade and talked about what the formulas were and everything. And True Bronze is a duochrome, or not a duochrome, sorry. True Bronze is a crystal chrome, but she just said high shine, highly foiled with crystals. I don't know. I don't understand that formula really, because to me it looks just like a metallic. I will say that the metallics are very, very soft. And that's probably part to do with why the palette broke in the first place. None of the mattes broke. They were all metallic shades. Actually, I take it back. The creamy powder matte, that one did break. But that one is supposed to be super soft as well. It sucks, but if I were you, I would maybe wait and buy this in the store, because a lot of people are experiencing breakage in the shipping process of this collection. So just something to note. I love that the price point is $65 for this. I think that she should just downgrade all of her palettes to the $65 price point, make all the pans smaller, and get rid of that $129 price point. I said that when I reviewed Sunrise. That said, Sunrise didn't really blow me away the way I had hoped it would, and I'm not sure really why. I think maybe it was because it was my very first Natasha Denona palette, and I don't know, I had all these expectations. Also, when you are using her shadows, understanding what each formula is and what it does, I think is a very key part of how your looks are going to come out, because you know kind of how to use each formula. And I really didn't understand all of the different formulas and what they all do. And being in quarantine, I insta-stocked Natasha Denona, and what she did, which was so smart, is during quarantine she just did tons of tutorials with all different eyeshadow palettes, and I just got sucked into watching them. And she's really good at teaching, and she was teaching, like, kind of talking about what each formula was, how to use it, how to use them together, which formulas blend out better, which formulas to use to blend out other formulas, things like that. So I learned a lot, and it gave me a new respect for the brand, or for her. And it made me really look at the shadows in a whole different way. When I saw this online, I was like, oh my god, it's a neutral palette. It's warm as fuck, but it's a neutral palette. $65 price point. I wanted Biba, but I just $129 can't wrap my head around. So I knew I had to get it. That said, copper isn't my favorite. Everything outside of copper, like the deep reds, like if it's a deep copper, like a brownie red copper, fine. But the orange copper is not my favorite to wear on me. And there's obviously a lot of this in here, but one thing she did say, which I think is interesting, is that she took basically the tone of bronze and she divided it into undertones. And there are a lot of different undertones in here. So this side of the palette here is yellow undertones. The center is orange, and this side is red. So you have a lot of different undertones. The one thing, looking at the palette, that I wish that it had is a more champagne color metallic, because I feel like these metallics are sort of similar in how deep they are, and I just wish, like, silk is the lightest one, but on my skin tone it will not translate champagne, you know. On a deeper skin tone though, it probably would. But she does that a lot, like where she just doesn't put something quite as light enough in, you know. I don't know, it's just one thought that I had just upon looking at it and swatching it, is that I just wish, because I just like to wear lighter colors here on my lid, and there's just really not much of an opportunity for that in this palette, I feel. But this is not like anything else I've seen. I think that this is definitely fresh, and it's great for summer. I think it's perfect for summer. She did say that the metallics are best applied with the finger, or a wet brush. And all of the duochromes in the palette are a little different. She said that they are a subtle shift, but they are high intensity. So I think that Bliss has the strongest duochrome look to it. And Rhodium is more subtle, but like in the pan you can kind of see it's got like a purple blue sort of shift to it. Gloaming. This is supposed to have a red sort of orangey shift to it, but I don't see it in the pan. I do see it in the pan with Bliss though. That one is so pretty. It's like a goldish, pinkish, orangish shift. So pretty. So I'm going to go ahead and just start creating a look. I honestly don't know what I'm going to do because I'm kind of playing around here. But I think I'm going to start with this shade over here, Magma. And I'm going to start with that in the outer V. Oh, so pretty. I like this color a lot, actually. It's so funny when I was watching her swatch the shades. It was really cute to see her reaction of each shade and how, you know, passionate she is about them. She swatched one of them and she's like, I don't even think I need to say anything. So I don't have any fallout with Magma. And this is just a regular matte, and it did not break in the pan, which was nice of it. It's just beautiful. This is a beautiful color. So I'm going to go in with Ridge, and Ridge is kind of a yellow undertoned brown. I want to try to keep the look less copper. And so I feel like if I take a more yellow undertoned shade to blend, then that will kind of offset. Now I'm going to just clean off the brush and go in and blend. Yeah, they blend out really nice. Alright, so next with a concealer brush, I'm actually going to wet this. I'm going to go into Silk, this one, gently, ever so gently. I'm so glad Sephora is sending me a new one of these. This is like tragedy. Alright, so the metallics, and I don't know, again, if it's because mine are shattered, but or were shattered, they definitely have fallout. They're so soft, like it's not surprising, like they're just not pressed very hard at all. This is so pretty. But this is being the lightest shade in the whole palette. I really do wish there was like more of a champagne gold like in here, just because that would be my preferred shade for the lid. I'm going to now take Palladium and my finger. Palladium is this shade right here. It is one of my, where are you? This one right here. And it is probably one of my favorite shades in the palette. It's more of a bronzy, like a true, what I would call bronze. It's like a brown bronze. And I'm going to put this right here in the middle. Actually, I think I want to try doing it with the wet brush. I'm afraid to dig my finger too far in the pan. I have a delicate situation happening here. That did not do what I wanted it to do, so I might do something else as well. Alright, I'm going to take Rhodium, which is this duochrome right here. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just for fun. And I'm going to put that over here too. Is that doing anything? Do I need to wet that one? I'm just putting it kind of in between the matte and the palladium shade. I think I'm going to take a fluffy brush and take the shade Suntan. I don't know if this is going to be good or bad, but I'm going to kind of go over the crease a little bit. I'm going to take this shade Beach right here, and I'm going to use that on my brow bone. Oh. Oh no. Whoa. That was way deeper than I thought it was going to be. Okay. Rewind. Well, I guess I'll do it over here just for continuity, but I'm going to have to... I can't believe I just did that, actually. It wasn't what I was going for, but we'll fix it. Alright, so lower lash line, I'm going to take a tiny little brush, and I'm going to take the shade Deep Dive. And that one, I'm going to put it on the lower lash line, right here. And this is the cream powder formula. She said that this is really easy to blend out, so we'll see. I'll also put it on the outer part of my upper lash line, just to define it a little bit. What's next? I'm going to take a slightly bigger dome brush, and I'm going to take the shade Bliss. I'm going to do that on my lower lash line. I haven't done a metallic on my lower lash line in a long time. I'm going to put it in the front 2/3. And then I'm going to wipe that brush off with my color switch, and I'm going to go into Beach. Now that I know what color that is, I'm going to buff out the entire lower lash line. Beach. Is there anything else I can do here? I am going to actually take this Revlon Skin Lights in the shade Twilight Gleam, and this is sort of same tones but lighter shade. This is what I wish. I wish a shade like this was in this palette. Something quite like this light. Put that inside. The inner corner. So I'm going to go ahead and finish off the rest of my makeup. Throw on some lashes. I don't know if there's anything else I want to do. I kind of actually want to take High Degree, which is this burnt reddish shade. My camera shut off and I have no idea where it shut off. So disrespectful today. So hopefully you got all that, but I am gonna go ahead and put the rest of my makeup on. I feel like I have something on my lash. Anyway, so I am gonna go ahead and put the rest of my makeup on, and then I will be right back to give you my final thoughts and show you the final look. Okay, you guys, so this is the final look. Let me just tell you what's on my face. For foundation, I'm using the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Dewy. I'm wearing the Dose of Colors Meet Your Hue Concealer. The bronzer that I'm wearing is new from the Balm. This is the Bronzilla Bronzer Contour and Shadow. I just got this like a week ago, maybe less than a week ago, and I've been using it, and I really love the tone of it. I just think it's a really beautiful summer shade. I've been loyal to the Fenty Caramel Cutie for a year and a half, but I tried this out and I was like, wow, the first time I used it, I was like, dang, I wasn't expecting, like, it looks very smooth, and the color is just such a good summer color. Anyway, love that. And the blush I'm wearing is from another one of their new releases. It came in the same package. This is called Will Powder Blush Quad. I might have mentioned this one other time. And I used this peachy shade right here. It's called Perseverance. And that's the blush that I have on. I actually am really liking this palette as well. Really good stuff from the Balm. What else do I have on? My highlight is the same Revlon highlighter that I used in my brow bone, which is the Revlon Skin Lights. And lip is L'Oreal Mastermind. What's on my actual lips? Oh, Charlotte Tilbury JK Magic. I actually went with this today because it is, like, her formulas do have a warm undertone. The lipsticks I tend to lean on or lean towards or favor are cool undertones, but because we were going with like a bronzier look, I decided to go with a warmer undertoned lip. Always nudes. But yeah, as terms of the eye look, oh, and the lashes are House of Lashes Featherette. I really like the look. I really like this, actually. And I'm not big into coppers, like I said. I don't like them in my inner lid. I usually, if I'm going to wear like a coppery shadow, I'd like it like more in the center, like going towards the outer. I love warm brown, like warm matte browns, but when it comes to metallics, that reddy shade, what was that shade called? That really made the whole look for me. High Degree. This shadow right here that I put on there, that's what really did it for me. Like, without that, I might not have liked it as much. But dang, I really like this. In my waterline, I used the 24/7 Glide On Pencil in Double Life. I thought this was perfect. It's like a brownie, bronzy, reddy shift. And it's like shimmery. I thought it was perfect. But overall, I was super disappointed that this came shattered. That said, it redeemed itself by being amazing. And I have tons of other shadows that I could use to lighten this up if I wanted to. But I love this for summer. I really do. I'm really actually excited. I can't wait for Sephora to send me my new one so that I don't have to worry about the shadows falling out of the pan. I actually just took Alloy and I smushed it back in with my finger when I like went and rubbed it all in like I was swatching and pushed it back in, and it stayed. But, you know, it could fall out at any moment. And that's tragic. Yeah, I have nothing but rave reviews. The mattes are beautiful. The metallics are stunning. The duochromes are pretty. The only thing, like I said, I feel like these metallics are almost too similar. Like, I feel like Alloy and True Bronze especially. Like, True Copper is True Copper. True Bronze has a yellowy undertone. Alloy has an orangey undertone, and I get that. True Bronze is here, and True Copper is there. But they're similar enough that, like, maybe we could have done without one of them and, like, put in something a little lighter. You know? For, like, the brow bone, the inner corner, and for people with lighter skin for the lid. You know? That's my only critique. A lot of these shades are playing off each other. There's a lot of similarities, but this is a monochrome palette. So, you know, it's a more sophisticated version of what ColourPop's doing with their monochrome palettes. You know, it's a theme, it's a vibe, and it's bronze. And you know, if you want a palette from Natasha Denona that has more variety, this is not the one. This is very specific. It's very fiery and warm. But I like that she's got the yellow tones that kind of balance it out. So there is a lot of different looks I think that you can do. You know, you just have to get creative. Like there's a few looks I feel like I, right in my head right now, could do. Like, you could just go with these dark colors here. You could just go with some of these more yellowy colors. You could just do, I mean, there's a lot of combinations, but they're all going to be fiery and warm. But I love it, and for $65 to get her shadows, like, whenever she has these palettes, like, the Love palette really wasn't calling to me. The Sunrise definitely did, although, like I said, I wasn't, like, wowed by it for whatever reason. But this one I really am into. Now, if she could just give me a Biba version for $65, because this is a lot warmer than Biba is. Biba is almost like a true neutral palette, and I really just want that from her. Is that too much to ask? I give it 2 thumbs up if you're thinking about it, if you were thinking about it, if you're on the fence about it, like, you can't go wrong. If you like these tones with a tan, I like it. I'm into it. So that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it despite the palette situation, but I hope you enjoyed the look and the review. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Hit the bell so you never miss when I upload a video. You can follow me on social. My handle's @GlamLatte. And don't forget, the Glam Latte Beauty Podcast is on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, Stitcher Radio, CastBox, and iHeartRadio. All those details are in the description box down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.
I just wanna hold you.